So I have a brand new choose a deck reading for you today. So I'm going to share with you 3 different decks you can just feel into and tune into each one, and which one feels the most resonant for you, which one you feel the most drawn towards, and just trust that that is the deck and the reading and the guidance for you. Now I am doing this for the new moon, but just know that it doesn't actually matter when you're watching this. If you feel a connection to this video, to the deck, to the message, to the cards, that is all the guidance that you need to know that it is still a message for you, regardless of when it is. So I'm going to show you the decks now. So we have deck number 1. This is the Saint Soleil Mystic Dreams deck. And this is the other side. So tune into this. This is deck number 1. Then I have deck number 2. This is the Danielle Knoll Moonchild deck, which I actually have the Shadow Edition. So different energy. So tune into this one. And then I have deck number 3. And this is another Saint Soleil deck, but this is the Lucid Dreams deck. So tune into this one. So this is deck number 3. So we have deck number 1, deck number 2, deck number 2, and deck number 3. So tune into those, pick which one you feel the most resonant towards, and I will start with deck number 1. Okay, so starting with deck number 1. Now, the first card that I have picked is the Judgment card, and this is called the Awakening card in this deck. Because they kind of change some of the names in this deck. So the Awakening card is literally what it says. This can really indicate that right now you are actually having kind of a soul or spiritual awakening, whether it's your first initial one, whether it's your 10th or 50th one. But it can also just indicate, and what I'm feeling is that it's a big time of expansion for you right now. It's a big time of expanding and things kind of getting illuminated to you. And so that could be right now, you are feeling and being shown or seeing what you could step into, so much more of your actual soul potential, what is actually available for you. You're being shown this version of you that you could step into. It might also be that you are being shown the things that have been holding you back. So it might also feel wonderful and shiny and light and bright, but it might also feel like a lot of things are coming up to the surface right now, kind of limiting patterns, limiting beliefs, certain behaviors that have maybe been holding you back. It might be that right now these are coming up to the surface, but ultimately, although it might not feel like it right now, you have to trust that this is for your expansion, and you are being shown these things and you're kind of in it right now for your next level and for that next stage, and to step into this higher version of yourself. So this is what it kind of feels like as the kind of current energy. Now, the card that I picked for the guidance here is the 10 of Cups. And this is the most joyous card in the deck, or one of the most joyous cards in the deck. This is about just fulfillment and joy and all of the good feeling emotions. This card is really saying, in this spread specifically, prioritize this energy too. Prioritize this energy. So if right now you are kind of feeling in it, you've got a lot going on, a lot's coming up, and you're kind of in, the shadow work and going through patterns and past behaviors, etc. This is a reminder to prioritize joy and fulfillment and satisfaction now. And I feel like there was a similar message in one of the spreads last week, but it's an important message of this journey that you are on is also part of your life. And ultimately we do the work, we do the inner work, we do the shadow work, we go on this spiritual journey to feel more joy, to feel happier, to feel better, to feel more fulfilled and more purposeful. That's why we go on this journey. right? And so this is just a reminder that you also get to feel that now. And if you're not kind of aiming for that and trying to prioritize that in some way, then you're missing out on this being your life now. Because also you prioritizing this energy, you prioritizing joy now is what's going to call it to you in the future as well. So it really is kind of a win-win. It just feels like it's this reminder of not letting the kind of more difficult parts of this journey kind of keep you bogged down. And I'm hearing like it doesn't have to be hard. And so this is just also this reminder that on this journey, you know, like in this spiritual community, obviously there's a lot about how, you know, there's a lot of dark times on this path and on this journey, and there is, right? There can be a lot of challenges, and these challenges are always and can be such a platform and an opportunity to expand hugely. There is no doubt about that. But you don't have to grow and expand that way. There are also other ways. There are also ways that you can still process and acknowledge and move through certain limiting behaviors and patterns and things that have been holding you back. But it gets to be also a beautiful, joyous experience. You don't have to grow through pain. You don't have to grow through like the challenges. You can grow through challenges, but you don't have to. And so this feels like a big reminder. And, you know, if you're not currently going through that, you're just feeling quite expansive, this is just this reminder to still prioritize joy and to still, keep your feet on the ground with feeling the kind of satisfaction, the fulfillment, the gratitude for everything right now. Right, even if you can feel all of these things coming for you, even if you can feel what you could step into, stay grounded and rooted with everything now, feeling all the joy and the love for now, as well as holding that vision, of course. And the other card that I have picked here is also the Four of Cups. And this is just also indicating that, kind of the vibe I've been getting already is that there's a level of unfulfillment now on this journey. There's a level of not feeling the expansive and the joy that you could be feeling on this journey on the way to where you're going. So it's just this reminder, everything I just said, of knowing that this is your life now and you get to love it and enjoy it and feel all of the good things that you're ultimately aiming for. You get to prioritize those feelings now. Because if you don't, this kind of cycle that you're in is never ending. Like you have to at some point prioritize the joy that you want, the fulfillment that you want. And that is how you get there. So this is a beautiful spread, but it shows big expansion right now. And like I said, that can sometimes be painful. And so this is just a big reminder that on this journey, prioritize now, prioritize how you feel now, and prioritize feeling gratitude now. So deck number 2. Now, the first card that I have picked is the Five of Wands. And what I am getting from this card is that right now, you might be experiencing like a lot of inner tension and inner confusion. Like a lot of thoughts, trying to work things out, cloudy kind of energy, like you're not sure what to do. Maybe there's decisions that you've got to make. Maybe you just don't know what to do next. It just feels like there's a lot of inner kind of resistance, tension, confusion going on in your mind. This is the energy that I'm picking up on. Now, the guidance that I have got in this spread is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this card is telling me that if you change your energy, if you shift your frequency, shift your vibration, the answers that you want or the clarity that you want or the ideas or the inspiration is just going to drop into you. It feels like the answers are already within you, like everything you need to know is already within you, and I'm just saying that because I can see the next card. But until you come out of the frequency that you're in right now, you can't access it. It's almost like I'm seeing like a locked door, and until you get the key, you can't enter it, and your frequency is the key. Like, it amazes me, obviously, as someone that works with energy all the time, day in, day out, it amazes me how much a frequency shift not only changes how you feel and your emotions, and then opportunities that come and actual opportunities in life, like your reality starts to change, but the thoughts that you have, the clarity that you have, the ideas that you have, the inspiration that arrives, it all changes with your frequency too. What it really feels like is at the moment you're trying to work things out with your mind, and you're just going to keep going over the same things over and over again. You're not going to get out of it in the same frequency. You need to change up your frequency in order for the answers to be there. And like, even if you just look at the two cards, right? Like, this is such a clean, fresh energy, and this is just going to drop in. It's just like the awareness that you need, the clarity that you need, the answers that you need. It's all going to just drop in as soon as you change your frequency. It's like, I think, is it, I might be butchering this, but I think it's Einstein that says, or said, that you cannot solve a problem with the same energy that created it. And this is the exact kind of thing going on here. Like, you have to change your energy first. You have to get out of the frequency that you're in into a new frequency to unlock those answers that are within you. So go into new environments, do something different, change up your routine, change up your habits, wear something different, do some energy clearing meditations. I've got one on my website that's totally free. Like, speak to new people, change up your outer environment. Like, you could even declutter, like you can clean up your actual space. This all helps your own energy. Do your kind of spiritual practices, like meditate, but with the intention to clear, with the intention to cleanse your energy field. Get an energy healing, right? Like, whether in person or if you're open to do them remotely, then this is literally what I do. Like, so change up your energy, and this is what will bring the clarity for you. This was what will bring the answers to you. It's such an energetic shift that's needed, not something that you need to work out with your mind. Now, the other card that I picked is the High Priestess. And so this is indicating that the answers are within you, like the wisdom that you need, the clarity, it's all inside of you. It's literally just this frequency shift that's going to unlock them. So right now, it might be that you're like, I just need to work it out. I just need to, sit and work it out. I just need to figure it out. But actually, you just need to change your energy. You just need to change your frequency. Like, listen to high frequency music. Listen to high frequency podcasts or workshops. Like, listen to things that are going to shift your energy, get you out of your head, change the actual state of your body and the frequency that you're in, and things will drop in for you. That is what this second reading is telling me. So, deck number 3. So the first card I've picked is the Knight of Wands. And this is this card that really represents, well, the Knight is always about moving forward. The Knight is like, let's go. And the Wands is really representing like passion and purpose. Like, it feels like right now you might be in this space of wanting to move forward with what you want to do. Like, moving forward, maybe you already know like what it is that you want to move forward with. Maybe you're just still in this kind of discovering phase of what it is that you're going to do. But I can just really feel this drive of wanting to move forward with the things that you love, with passion, with purpose, with excitement. It's kind of this real drive energy. Now, the card that I've picked for your guidance in this spread is the Star. And I think this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. This card is about kind of plugging back in to your potential, to like what you're capable of. It's like plugging back into the hope and the excitement of like what you are truly capable of, like what you're able to manifest. It's a very hopeful card. It's this exciting card. It's like plugging into the vision and almost like knowing that you wouldn't have the vision if it wasn't capable for you, like if you weren't able to do it. It's like plugging back into that, the potential that you hold just for being a soul, just for being pure energy. Like, there is so much potential inside of you, and this card is reminding you of that. And it kind of feels like it wants you, or the guidance is to remind you that, remember when you're on this journey of like moving forward with your passion, with your purpose, just always keep hold of what you're capable of. Keep hold of your potential. Because, and I think the other card has something to do with it, which is the moon. And the moon is this energy of, there's some things that maybe aren't quite all they seem. Like kind of shining a light on things that maybe aren't quite as accurate as they might feel in your mind. And so what it feels like is you might have limiting beliefs right now. You might have all these stories that you can't do it, it's not possible for you. Big imposter syndrome coming up, like who are you to do this kind of energy. And what I'm feeling is the star is like, you can. This is all possible for you. Remember your potential. Remember what you are truly, truly capable of. And these kind of thoughts and stories that are coming up, they're not your truth. They're like the subconscious behaviors and things that we've been told, things that we've seen, like conditioning, whether from our family, whether from society, whether from our peers. Like, it just feels like the things that may be coming up for you, there's not quite truth there. They're not quite the most honest thoughts that you could be having. And to almost be aware of that and know that some of these things and thoughts that are coming up that are preventing you from moving forward, they're not your truth. They're not the truth. Who you are, your soul, what you are capable of, like what you are plugged into, that is your truth. And there is nothing but potential there. And it's not saying that there won't be challenges, or you might have to learn things, you might have to undo a lot of programs, limiting beliefs and patterns, of course. Like, you know, there's things that need to be done to make it. But it's just remembering that the potential that is inside of you and just what you are capable of achieving. So these like little thoughts that might come up of like, you couldn't possibly do that, and maybe that person could do that, but I couldn't do that. It just feels like these are coming up and they're not your truth. Like, to kind of shine a light on those and kind of nourish them and nurture them. And I think there was a similar message in one of the spreads I did last time of like loving on those beliefs and patterns and stories that come up, because at the end of the day, they're just trying to keep you safe. They're trying to keep you inside your comfort zone. But know that ultimately you are pure potential. And if there is something you want to do, and if you are willing to undo certain patterns and step into new versions of yourself and work on yourself, anything is possible. And like, this is what this spread is really asking you of. And I did say this in the last reading as well, but there is a podcast episode I did all about moving through limiting beliefs, which if you're feeling this right now and you're like, how do I move through these? They feel very strong. Then I will put the link to that episode, or I'll mention what episode it is in the caption, so that you can give that a listen, because I really share with you actual ways of moving through them. But this is just a reminder that you are a soul. You are made of the same thing that has created everything. Like, there is so much potential within you, so much hope within you of what you can do and what you are capable of achieving. And this reading feels like it just really wants you to plug back into that and remember that as you move forward. So this is the third reading. So let me know how this feels for you. If you did the other ones and this wasn't your spread, you just kind of still listening and watching, thank you. But also please let me know how your spread felt for you, how it resonated, any takeaways. I honestly would love to hear from you. And yeah, I hope that this has given you some guidance for the next couple of weeks, and I am sending you so much love.